Hey guys, it's Let's Just Get from ClimaxCombo, and today we are back with another Leaks of the Week. This week we are just finishing off the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works booster pack, and we are also starting Maho Shoujo Madoka, the Rebellion movie, that's the third movie, booster as well. The Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works booster pack did come out on the 23rd, so the full list is out if you want to see that. And Madoka booster is coming out on the 15th of May, so fairly soon for the Madoka booster. So, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are excited for Madoka. I am quite interested in what they're going to give Madoka as well, seeing that it's pretty good. It's really good for a one booster set. However, it's been a long time since Madoka has been out, so I'm sure they can use the boost. And it's Madoka, so I'm sure it will be a fairly good boost as well. But anyways, Madoka is in the upcoming days. So for now, we'll stick with two Fate Stay Nights. So first of all, for Monday, more double R's. 3-2 10k double R, Heroic Spirit Caster. Traits are Servant and Master, to no surprise. What she does is when she's played from hand to stage, you or via change, look at the up to X cards from the top of your deck and add one of them to your hand. Then discard any of the remaining cards to your waiting room, where X is the number of Master or Servants characters you control. And another ability of this ability can only be activated once per turn. When this card resists its opponent in battle, you may pay cost, which is pay 4, discard 2. If you do, put this character back to stand. I think Caster is a pretty interesting slash cool card. First of all, it's cool. Whoops. First of all, it's really good and cool, I think, that she's a servant and master, meaning that she works both. She can have synergy with both. She can get like the benefit of having Clock Encore from Shiro. She can get like servant only effects, etc., etc. A lot of cool things because she has both traits, which is very nice, since the servant and master trait is the main trait of the series. And also her top check works for both master and servants, which is also good. A lot of these top checks usually revolve only around one trait, like crap, can't think of one, but usually they only revolve around one trait. But the fact that her top check is times the number of master and servants is good. And lastly, her last effect is extremely heavy. Yes, it's double attacking, and double attacking is generally pretty heavy. However, hers is not as good because her double attacking, you have to pay 4 at the beginning. So if you want to double attack at the start of your battle phase, you need to have at least one stock, I believe. Yes, you need to have at least one stock because you need one. The other 2 attack first, so you'll have 3. Then caster attacks, you'll have 4. Then you pay the 4, discard the 2, and then there you go. Then you can double attack. If you want to double attack, that's a different story. You're gonna need a lot more. So not as awesome as something like Tachibana, but because Tachibana, you could double attack with 0 stock, right? You have 0, then you gain 1, you gain 2, you pay 2 to attack. Yeah, you can have 0 stock at the beginning of your battle phase with Tachibana. So that's why Tachibana is really broken, because double attacking is easy, and her burn on attack. Oh, whatever, Tachibana is rigged. So this card, not as good because it's really hard to double attack. Not too hard to just get one double attack off, but double attacking is always scarier. But still, I think it's good. It's not tied to a climax combo, so you don't you don't need to climax to work with it, which is nice. Works in the master builds because the master builds before, their only game ender was Archer Rin combo with the +2 soul, and that is climax combo related. This one you can add to a master build because she is master, and you can have the conjunction of the +2 soul Rin Archer combo in conjunction with the new caster combo, or just the new level 3 caster, or you can even use the new Rin, what have you. Still a non-climax combo related card is nice. Will it be used, however, because now the set has a lot of good non-climax combo related game enders, like level 3 Saber, the level 3 Archer, yeah, the level 3 Rider still from Fate Zero is still very relevant. So will this caster be used? Not too sure. I honestly don't think so. I don't think it will be, but blue is not like the greatest color if you're running like a servant mix deck. So in the master build, it's good because you have like the 1-0 Kide, the assist, and you have the 1-0 Kide that gets 500 per, and some pretty good level 0 Kides from Fate Zero. So in masters, she can be good because you run blue. But for like a servant slash like a normal build that uses a mixture of servant and masters, I'm not too sure how good blue would be in that set or in that build, so I don't know if she's gonna be used because it seems like yellow is gonna be a staple now because of the level 3 saber and the level 1 Shiro. So and red is already good and green is good because of Rider. So not too sure on how blue's gonna be, and because of that, I don't know how good caster's gonna be used. And since, like I said, Fate Stay Night now has a lot of good non-climax combo related game enders that are much cheaper, will caster be used? I don't see it happening, but I'm not a Fate Stay Night player, so if blue ends up being good, then I think she can be potentially good. But as a standalone card, I do think she's fairly solid. Next up, Ilia 002KR Master and Homunculus. What she does is when she's played from hand to stage, you may pay cost, which is discard a card. If you do, look up to 4 cards on top of your deck, choose one master character amongst them, add it to your hand, and discard the remaining amount. A lot of cards like this has been out now. I've talked about them multiple times with the level 3 Sakura, or not level 3 Sakura, excuse me, the level 0 Sakura, uh, the level 3 Azusa, level 0 Azusa, I'm sorry, level 0 Akatsuki. They're all really good, and of course, if you have the deck, if your deck has plenty of masters, then Ilia should serve you well because it's a very good hand filter. You can discard, you're pretty much trading a card in your hand because you can discard any card to look at top 4, so you get to, you know, mill through your deck and you get to grab any, you can grab a master from your deck added to your hand. Of course, not as good as something like Akatsuki, because Akatsuki from Contact can grab anything, pretty much any character in the deck. However, she can only grab masters. But like I said, the bulk of the set is master and servant. And if you feel like you have enough masters in your deck to make Ilia consistent, then by all means go ahead and run Ilia. If not, then don't run her. But if you do, then I do think Ilia is a very strong addition to your deck. On to Tuesday, we have 1-1 Saber 6KR. She's servant and weapon as per usual. First of all, she has Clock Encore, and she has the Resonance ability with the Heroic Spirit Saber, the same Saber that resonances with all the other Saber slash Shiro cards, so no surprise at this point. During the start of your Climax phase, you may do pay cost, which is Resonancing. If you do, this card gains +1 soul until the end of this turn. Honestly, I think it's a pretty crappy card. First of all, it's extremely weak. It's a 116k, 1 O's in today's meta. Climb over this. So, first of all, that's right off the bat, that's already pretty bad. She has Clock Encore, yes, but she's so weak. Is she really going to be able to kill anything slash defend against anything? Possibly, but it's not exactly, it's probably not going to happen. And you're going to pretty much be clocking yourself on your turn, or you're constantly going to clock yourself on your opponent's turn, and probably on your own turn as well, because she's just super weak. Just like, man, that 6k power is too little. Also, her resonance ability is pretty crappy. I mean, cool, she gains +1 soul, yeah. Push attacking for 2 soul at level 1 can be quite annoying for your opponent to deal with, but still, this card is just super low stat and just not good enough in my opinion. I mean, if you really want to push for soul, you might as well just use a 1k 1 soul or even a +2 soul, what have you, if you really want to push for damage. But still, I think Saber sucks. So unfortunate, but not a good card in my opinion. Next up, 217KR Shiro, Master and Weapon. What he does is if you control another character with Saber in his name, this card gains +500 power and a hand encore. So he becomes a 2175, and he has another effect of Resonancing, once again with the same Saber as all the other Resonance cards. During the start of your Climax phase, you may Resonance. If you do, this card gains +25 power and the following ability until the end of this turn. When this card reverses its opponent in battle, you may place that character to its owner's stock. I think this card is pretty crappy. First of all, you need to have a Saber on the field for him to gain the effect. Not too hard to accomplish, but from my knowledge, there's not really like a good Saber assist. Like the good assist is like the Gander Shot Rin. Like the new level assists are Archer. There's the new level assist Rin that we're probably gonna see tomorrow or then the next day. So yeah, the new level assist Rin. Like I can't really think of a good Saber assist that you can just keep chilling in the back row. You can use the new Saber that it's a 0/0 that you can tap and search. and you clock yourself, but still. Um, I mean, I guess you can keep playing a Saber each turn from your hand to give him the following effects, but still not really good in my opinion. I mean, if you have a Saber on the field, he gains 500, so he's only a 2175, and he has Hand Encore. A 2175 is ridiculously weak, and he only has one soul still, so he's only pushing for 1 damage per turn. And when he residences, assuming you have a Saber on the field, he will be 10k because he's 7.5 base, plus a 2.5, he'll hit 8, 9, 10. So he'll be 10k, and when he kills something, much like Flash Asuna, he has to send that character to its owner's stock, which does kind of suck. So he's extremely weak, and for him to probably kill anything that's relevant, you probably have to resonance, and if you do resonance, then you'll send it to the owner's stock, and at that point, it just kind of sucks. It'd be pretty cool if you kill a level 3 with it, like your opponent changes, then you slap down the Shiro, and then you send it to his owner's stock, much like what the job of Flash Asuna is, but still, like, he's only 10k after you resonance, and you have to resonance for him in order for him to gain a lot of power, and just like, it's not worth it in my opinion, just too much work, that was probably too much work for a card that's probably not going to work out for you, and if you don't resonance, then he sucks. But if you do resonance and you're not killing anything relevant, then he just sucks. So overall, he just sucks. Sorry, Shiro. Next up, Wednesday, we have Archer 002KR Rin Servant Archer Servant at weapon as per usual. Now, his first effect is when your other characters are reversed in battle, choose one of your weapon characters. It specifically must be weapon only, and it gains 500 power until the end of the turn. And as another effect, if it's a pay 1 Brainstorm, pay 1, place this card to rest, mill top 4. For every climax amongst those, choose one weapon character from your waiting room and return it to your hand. First of all, it's a plus Brainstorm. Plus Brainstorm, always really good, always really welcome. Plussing is too powerful, so of course, them getting a plus Brainstorm is awesome. But like I've mentioned in the past, the Fate series has this trait thing where, their traits actually do matter, unlike series like Love Live. The traits really matter in this series, and of course, as you can see, he can only grab a weapon character. So usually the weapon characters are servants, much like this Archer here. He's servant and weapon. Saber is a servant and a weapon. Shiro is the only weapon master I can think of, so he's a master weapon. But he can't grab Rin because, like right here, Rin is a master jewel. You can't grab caster, servant, master. So you can pretty much grab like the Archer cards. I think this Archer card. You can't grab the Gilgamesh Archers because I believe he's royalty. You can't grab Rider from Fate Zero because he's also royalty. So I guess that's the one benefit the new Rider has over the old Rider, but still, I would still play the old Rider. So he can only grab weapon characters, which isn't bad because there's a lot of good Archer, Shiro, Saber cards as we have seen in the past, and we've seen in the past few weeks that there are a lot of good new Saber, Archer, and Shiro cards enough to make this card relevant. So yeah, plus Brainstorm, a little limited, yes. However, there are potentially good targets. So if you have enough weapon characters in your deck, then of course I do think this Archer would be good in your deck. And his first effect is also pretty good. Most Brainstorms really aren't relevant in the back row. You usually just keep them in the back row just so you can constantly plus. However, if your Brainstorm does have a relevant ability, then that's really good, and this one is good as well. When your other characters are reversed, you give a weapon character 500, much like the level 0 Yudipe from Angel Beats. Of course, not as good, because Yudipe can give 500 power to anything. Archer can only give it to weapons, so a little restricted. However, it is nice that he does have a secondary ability on top of his plus Brainstorm. So, solid card if you have enough weapon characters to make him work. So yeah. Only problem is, of course, is that when you tap him, you can't use your other tap abilities like Gander Shot Rin, but still, I'm sure you can play around it and, tap accordingly. So, overall, solid card. Next up, Rin 215KR Master and Jewel. She is a level assist in front, and she has another effect. She resonance with the Rin Suicider, and if you have to pay 1 and resonance for hers. During the start of your climax phase, you may pay cost, which is pay 1 resonance with the Rin Suicider. If you do, choose one of your opponent's level 0 or lower characters and place it to its owner's waiting room. Not too shabby of a card. It's a level assist, and it can pop level 0s by resonancing and paying 1. Of course, technically, you are technically, actually, never mind. Forget what I'm gonna say. What's nice about this card is that you can hit the back row because it's not limited to anything. You can choose of your level 0 character anywhere. So if your opponent has a good level 0 assist in the back row, something like level 0 Yuipe from Angel Beats, pop that. If playing against Kontai Collection and they have Hatsukaze on the field, right? That's the one in the back row, right? I'm not too familiar with the Kontai girls, but I believe if they have the anti-salvage assist in the back row, of course, pop that. Trying to think of other really good level 0 assists. Off-time Makoto works as well. You can pop that. Yeah, just a lot of targets, just depending on what you're playing against. You can pay 1 and pop a level 0, and that's really good. It hurts some sets more than others, but still not bad at all. You can use it to, easily just clean out your stock if you wanted to. This effect, yeah, so you can like clean out your stock if you wanted to, and yeah, overall a solid little assist in my opinion. If you want to use the Archer one for the pay to salvage, go ahead. That's not bad either, but personally I like the Rin a little more because it's Rin and she's cute, and I do think the resonance ability is quite nice, and it can really be good against certain matchups. So yeah, definitely solid card. Next up, Thursday, this crappy Archer. I'm surprised. No, I'm not surprised. Well, Archer, he got another level 3, 3295R, servant and weapon. What he does is when this card is played from hand to stage, you may pay cost, which is discard a card. If you do, choose one of your opponent's level 2 or lower characters and place it to its owner's waiting room. And as another effect of when this card declares an attack, choose one of your master or servants. He gains plus 2/5 power until the end of the turn. Holy crap, does this card suck or what? I mean, what? This card doesn't do anything good. He's 3/2, he's weak, he's 9/5 power. On play, you discard a card and you get to pop a level 2 or lower. I mean, that's cool. You could pop something in the back row, but I mean, that's like whatever. And like he attacks and he gives one of your characters more power. That's cool. You can use him with cards like the level 3 Rider. You can use it with the caster for them to easily reverse more things. But like with all the new level 3s they got Saber, they got Rider, they got caster, they got the other Archer, they got the Rins. I mean, there's just so many good level 3s in the series now, and a lot of good non-healing level 3s on top of that. Do you really have extra space for Archer? I don't really think so. I think you're better off running the stronger game enders. And his secondary, yeah, he gets more power, and he gets to mess with your opponent's back row. But honestly, at level 3, you're usually better off trying to kill your opponent more than trying to mess with their field or like trying to give your characters more power. You're better off just playing something like 3 sabers and then 3 level 3 sabers and then like attack, 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 and then just try to kill them, or like a saber rider combination, what have you. Just try to kill them instead of trying to mess with their field. So I don't think this Archer is going to be used in any build, to be completely honest. It's only an R though, so you can't really complain. I guess you can complain, but at least he's not double R. Next up, Rin, 105KR, Master and Jewel. She resonates with Rin, Suicider. So during the start of your climax phase, you may resonance. If you do, this card gains the following ability until the end of the turn. When this card reverses its opponent in battle, you may send that character to the top of its owner's deck. Not bad. I mean, she's 105k, which is not the worst thing ever, I guess. But pretty much when she kills something and you resonance, if you resonance and she successfully kills something, you get to send it to the top of his owner deck, meaning that you get to get past Encore and you get to guarantee yourself an extra damage on top of the owner's deck. And of course, guaranteeing damage is always nice at any point of the game, so not bad at all. You can use in conjunction with the level 3 Archer we saw a couple weeks ago, or yeah, just a lot of things you can. Just guaranteeing yourself damage is always nice. So Rin, not a bad card to guarantee yourself some damage. Of course, not always relevant because if your opponent sees you running this card, like let's say you mill it or something, or like it hits the waiting room, or you play it early at level 3, I'm sure they're gonna be a bit more careful on what they play. They're probably not gonna try to leave any like level 0s out in the front row, because if they do, they might it might come to bite them in the ass if you play the level 0 Rin and then send it to the top. I guess some cool synergy is like you can use it with the level 3 rider we saw last week because she kills something and then you get to replace it with level 0. Of course, since it's level 0, I'm sure Rin is going to be able to kill it and get to put it on top. So like the new rider and this Rin has a little synergy going on like that. But still, I rather run the new rider. And if you're gonna run this Rin, don't think it's bad. But don't feel forced to run too many. I would say it's a tech card, probably 2 max, if anything. So not a bad tech card. And that is all for Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. That's every single leak, and unlike what they usually do, usually Fridays they just like re-show all the signs, but this time they decided to show Madoka, probably because it's coming out fairly soon. Yeah, they only had like 1, 2, 3 weeks for Madoka, so I guess they're just getting right to it. So the first day for Maho Shoujo Madoka Rebellion is 105k Madoka magic. What she does is when she's played from hand to stage, this card gains power plus X until the end of the turn, where X is the number of magic characters you control, multiplied by 500. And yeah, not bad. We've seen this effect multiple times now, like the level 1 Maki, the level 1 Kirito. I believe Lock Horizon has this card as well, so a lot of cards have this. A lot of sets have cards like this now, which is not bad at all because 500 per magic character on the field. All of Madoka is magic, so if you have a full field of characters and you play Madoka, she'll gain plus 2/5 and she'll be a 1075 most of the time, which is really good. She's like a one-turn wonder because you play her and then next turn, and on defending she's very weak. However, she has done her job at that point, so definitely not a bad card. It's a solid 1-0, a solid 1-0. So not a bad card. Not a bad card to start things off. It's an R2. I don't know why I mentioned that. Next up, Homura. She's 002k R magic and time. What she does is when this card is played from hand to stage, you may pay cost, which is pay 1, clock yourself. If you do, choose 1 card from your clock, return it to your hand, then place a card on top of your deck to your clock. Not bad at all. It's very similar to like the level 0 Riki from Little Busters, the level 0, I don't know her name, from Rewrite, level 0 Inazuma, I believe is her name, from Contact Collection, level 0 Xenon from Lock Horizon, not Lock Horizon, Black from Sword Art Online. So a lot of cards like this now are being printed out, which is always good. Pay 1, clocking yourself to plus is never really bad because it's a very cheap way to plus. However, Homura, and Homura is really good too in my opinion. It's debatable whether she's more versatile than the others because something like Inazuma can like grab a lot of things. Riki can grab a level 1 or lower, which works really well with the synergy of Little Busters. Same thing with Inazuma, grab Shimikazes, go ham, and then the clocking of course helps you level up faster, so that way you can get your effects off, etc., etc. So Homura is really good because of course she helps you get to level 1 faster too, because usually at level 0 you want to hit level 1 faster than your opponent, so that way you can try to maintain a stronger board than them, etc., try to build more advantage. But the problem with Homura is that if you're at 3-5 and then you like clock for turn, you hit 3-6, and then if you play Homura and then you clock yourself, you don't gain anything because her cost goes off first. So you pay 1. If you're at 3-6, if you're at 0-6, you use Homura. You pay 1, clock yourself, so the cost goes off first. You level up, and then now you resolve Homura's ability, and then you have nothing left in your clock, then you kind of just paid 1, clock yourself for nothing. I'm sure at level 0, in certain situations, you would want to do that, because at that point, all you really want to do is hit level 1 faster than your opponent. But then, like, if you're at level 1, and then if you're at 1-6, then it becomes more questionable, because, you're not really plussing at that point. You paid 1, and you clocked yourself for nothing. Unless you really want to hit level 2 faster, but as of right now, Madoka's level 2 isn't really scary. The best thing they kind of have is like the change to level 3, which isn't bad, but it's slow, so you know what I mean. And definitely you don't want to use it from 2 to... Well, I mean, I guess you could use it from 2 to 3, so you could try to like end the game. But still, just something to keep in mind that you cannot... If you level up via using Homura's effect, you don't plus, and that kind of bites. But still, it's good because you can grab anything in the clock. You can grab climaxes. Right now, Madoka's climax combos are very weak, but who knows? The new set will probably change that, so you can grab climaxes for climax combos. And of course, you can grab events. And as we know, Madoka does have some very powerful events like Sayaka's Wish, which is a pain in the ass to deal with. So they have like Sayaka's Wish, and they have the 2-1 salvage event, and yeah, the fact that they have powerful events makes Homura that much makes Homura pretty awesome. So yeah, you see a Sayaka's Wish there in your clock, play Homura, grab that Sayaka's Wish, and then the card you clock, you can just play Sayaka's Wish, and then you get that card to your hand. So it works out pretty well in Madoka because of how strong the events are, and I'm sure Madoka will get some powerful climax combos in this series. So Homura, definitely a solid addition to the set, and she's only an R, so you can't complain. So Homura, I do think will be a fairly staple card in the new Madoka builds. And that is all for this week. Fairly interesting week. Not that awesome for Fate Stay Night because, last week was when they showed everything, but definitely not a bad week. Like I said, Caster, I do think she's a good standalone card. However, with how the set works, like the mixture of Servant and Master builds, I don't really think they'll be running blue. And like if you're not running blue, there's no point of Caster. And even if you're running blue, they still have a lot of other good 3/2s that game ends. So will they use Caster? Who knows? As a standalone card, I think she's solid, but in comparison to the rest of the set, I don't really think so. Ilya, good if you have enough Masters. No, not bad. He's good. Welcome addition. I do like this Rin. Think she's good. Archer, I think he sucks. Rin, good tech card. Madoka, solid card. And Homura is a good card. So yeah, exciting week. Really good week, in my opinion. And next week is going to be also exciting because more Madoka, and I'm sure everyone wants to see what Madoka has in store. And I'm quite curious on what Madoka has in store as well because I still have my Madoka deck that I never really play anymore because I got bored of it. But who knows? Maybe this new booster will bring some life to Madoka, which it most likely will. And if anything, I'm probably just gonna single it because I'm trying to save money for the Love Life booster, and I'm trying to save money for Anime Expo in the upcoming month. So yeah, sorry if you guys were looking forward to a Madoka booster box opening because I'm probably not going to do one. But anyways, that's all for this video, and until next time, guys,